નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. Adarsh Education Society welcomes you all here. Dear student friends, today we'll move ahead with lesson number 3. This lesson is having two stories, and so that part 1, part 2, both the stories are fully different. There is no interconnection in between these two stories. And the title of our textbook is from here only, and that is First Flight. This first flight is so important. In other words, I'll tell that this story is really a motivational story. So many times we are suffering from inferiority complex. What is the meaning of inferiority complex? I cannot do this. I cannot do this. He can do this. She can do this. They all can do this. I cannot do this. This is the mentality of a person who is suffering from inferiority complex. Opposite to that is superiority complex, who thinks that everything I only know, and so that we should be fully apart from both the complexes. His first flight, I'll tell apart from this, just you search in YouTube Guru Gopal Das with a motivational speech of young ones of zebra. Young ones of this young ones, sorry, not zebra, giraffe. Young ones of giraffe. This young one of giraffe gets birth, and at that time only, mother giraffe kicks very brutally, very harshly to the baby giraffe. You see, soon after birth, mother kicks. First of all, mother kicks soon after birth to a baby giraffe. Baby giraffe will be in a confusion what to do, what not to do. In that condition, somehow baby giraffe stands up, and once again mother gives a fantastic kick to baby giraffe. Having received it, baby giraffe will start to fly away, to move away, to run away, to escape from the situation, and then afterwards mother will run and will hug that baby giraffe. This you will listen from Guru Gopal Das in YouTube with his motivational ideas. This story, First Flight, is having the same motivational idea. Before we read ahead this lesson, what we should go ahead. Since the earliest times, humans, entire human existence, have dreamt of conquering the skies. Here two stories are about flying. This is our idea, this is our notion, this is our ambition, that we want to touch the sky, we want to fly in the sky, we want to be always ahead in our life from the present situation. What's there? Here The writer has explained a young seagull, and this young seagull is afraid to fly. We may have fear in any field, for any work. How to conquer, how to move away from that fear? What can be the possible? How does he conquer? How does he means a young seagull? How he conquers his fear, that we will understand here, that we will learn here, that we will come to know in this. This is what? This is your personal experience. First time when you started to sit on the bicycle, what was your condition? Just you move ahead little back in your childhood. You will come to know what was your condition, what was your situation. Think what you would have felt when you started to walk first time in your life. The same situation would be of any young one, of any bird. Any young one of any bird. Why is it so? Because that would be his first flight. His first flight means first flight of that young one. See here what we can do if we have fear. For an example, one more thing I'll tell. You may have complexes with English language, with English grammar, whatsoever it is. Some may have with maths, some may have with social, some may have with drawings, whatsoever it is, makes no difference. You can do one thing, just you try for it, and once with your first flight in that field, she will get success. How young one of giraffe started to move, started to run soon after the birth. Like that we have to, if we will move ahead with our first flight. That's confirmed. Now let's move ahead with the text. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. The word is given here, ledge. A narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or from a cliff, where you can get shelter. That is horizontal, in horizontal direction, not in vertical direction. It is in horizontal way. And it's in the wall. In that way, what you get in the form of shelter, that's a ledge. Here D is given, but you will ledge. His two brothers and his sister had hardly fly away, V2 form, flown away. His two brothers and his sister, total 3, 2 plus 1, 3, had already flown away the day before a day. They had escaped from the ledge. They had gone out from the ledge. It means since last one day, the young one of seagull is alone. Now What happened? He had been afraid to fly with them. He was not having confidence that he can fly. So that he was not there with them, with brothers and a sister. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge, exact, this is the border of the ledge, very near to the border. This is an edge of the shelter. From here only you are here. Somehow he had taken a little run, went little ahead, forward to the brink of the ledge, and attempted to flap his wings. Flapping wings, when the wings will make sound, that sound is known as flapping sound. The attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. He became afraid means he thought that I cannot move ahead, I cannot fly. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, under. Great expanse of sea, huge sea was in front of him. Stretched, how much you can see, that much existence of sea was there in front of young seagull. And it was such a long way down, miles down, long way down. નીચે પડો તો કંઈ પછી પૂછવા જેવું નથી. Miles down, not a mile down. 1.6 kilometer is equal to a mile. Miles down, where you will move, God knows in heaven then afterwards. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. This is inferiority complex. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. This is inferiority complex. I cannot do this. This type of mentality, if you are having in your mind, you also should remove this mentality. Almighty has given capacity to all, and each one can do what she wants. And that capacity only we have to think. This is what? This is inferiority complex. Wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. And when he slept at night, he was alone. He moved back. He came back. It's not a cup of tea from my hands. It's not a cup of tea from my hands. I cannot do this. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, once again here, brothers and little sister, total 3, whose wings were far shorter than his own. His wings were not shorter. Their wings were shorter. Their wings means brothers and sisters' wings were shorter. His wings were not shorter. Yet he had in his mentality that he felt certain that his wings would never support him. This he felt here, though wings were far shorter of his brothers and sisters. Yet the young one, seagull, a bird, was thinking with the inferiority complex. And what he did? He ran to the brink flapped their wings, and flew away. Who? Two brothers and a little sister, whose wings were shorter, yet they flapped their wings and flew away. If you will try for your work, that would be easy for you to move ahead in the same. If you want work, nothing is possible for you to get from your effort. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were shorter than his own, and ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. He could not take mustered up courage if he would have received moral courage, moral from that they are having shorter wings and that yet they can, then why I can't? If he would have tried to get a jump from that, but he got desperate, disappointed with that. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him threatening to let him stir on his ledge unless he flew away. આ જે વાત છે ને અમે તમને હમણાં કરી ને જીરાફની, એ જ વાત અહીંયા છે. Mother and father were calling him shrilly, by force, upbraiding him, with supporting him, with moral support. You can. Come out. First of all, with mild tone, and then afterwards upbraiding with scolding. Come out. Sometimes threatening, dhamki. If you will not come out, will not come inside. If you will not come inside, you will starve, bhukmaro. Why? Mother and father will come, then afterwards only he will get the food, otherwise not. And they decided that unless he flew away from that ledge, they will not go inside, they will not help him, let him starve. Bhale bhuk mein mare. But for the life of him, he could not move. For the life of him, because sea was stretched and it was deeper, miles and miles. It was not a short distance, it was not shallow one, so that he could not move from his ledge. Up to this extent, we keep here. Next time, we'll move ahead with the same lesson next time. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining us.